Hey guys, Gizmodic here, and this is a slightly off-topic video. So today it's not a phone review, it's not an unboxing, it's not a camera comparison, but it's a channel update, and I'm also doing a small Q&A with you guys. So I think it's important to interact with the subscribers every once in a while, and I actually put up a post on the community tab asking you guys for your questions. So I'm gonna do this every single month. So I'm gonna do a Q&A every month, and for that I'm gonna put up post on the community tab, and I'm also going to take questions from my Twitter as well as my Instagram page. So if you don't want to miss out on the next Q&A, make sure that you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and you also subscribe to the channel so that you're notified every time I put up a new post or something like that. So today, like I said, first of all, I'm going to talk about the channel update. So there have been a couple of updates to the channel, so we're going to talk about that, and then you guys have a couple of questions, so I'm going to answer them too. I have the Galaxy A50 here. All of the questions are on this phone, so let's not waste any more time and get started. So first I want to talk about the channel update, and the major thing I think which you guys can see right now is that I have upgraded the camera finally. So I was using the Sony A58 for all of my videos since the past 5 years. It's been 5 years now, so I thought that I needed an upgrade. So I got the Sony A6400. So I'm gonna make a separate video about this as to why I bought the camera. There are a couple of reasons like 4K recording, you've got 50 or 60 FPS support on this, and there are a lot of differences in image quality as well. I'm pretty sure you guys can see right now I have a very nice lens on it as well, and the autofocusing system is also pretty cool on this camera. So I finally bought the A6400, and I will be talking about it in a separate video. But you guys are gonna see a lot of cool content, a lot of better visual quality in the phone reviews and things like that. So I'm really excited to test this camera out and make a lot more videos with it. The second thing I want to talk about is that I am in a new office space. You guys must have seen this place since the last couple of months. So this is my new office space where I'm gonna work, and it's still a work in progress. I've just put up a couple of things. First of all, I've put these acoustic foams because there has been a lot of echo in this place. So I'm just fixing a couple of things. I will be decorating it with things on the wall. I might get my silver play button very soon because I'm reaching 100k subscribers. So this is the Gizmodic office space, and it's gonna get better with time. So if you guys have any suggestions on how to improve the place, please let me know in the comments. And talking about the silver play button, as you guys can see, we're gonna reach 100k subscribers very soon. So first of all, I would like to thank each and every one of you who watch all of my videos, who subscribe to the channel, who watch and comment on every video, you like the videos. So big thank you to all of them. This wouldn't have been possible without you guys. And talking about my plans of celebrating 100k, I personally don't have any plans of celebrating 100,000 subscribers. I don't know why, I just feel that it should have happened a lot earlier, so I don't have a lot of excitement about 100k. But anyways, I'm really happy and grateful to all of you guys who subscribe and watch all of my content. And speaking of content, I actually wanted suggestions from you guys. So a lot of these phone reviews, camera comparison, etc is getting very common these days. I mean, every other channel is doing it. So if you guys have any other, new content ideas for me, definitely let me know in the comments. I would like to explore a couple of areas like game streaming maybe, or maybe car reviews or something like that, or maybe even laptop reviews or PC components. So if you guys have any suggestions like that, I would love to know them. Please let me know in the comments what kind of content do you expect from the channel. So that's all I have to share with respect to the channel update. So a lot of new things are happening here, and things are just gonna get better in the next couple of weeks. Now we're gonna take some questions from all of you subscribers. So let's get started. So a lot of you guys had this common question where you guys wanted to know what am I currently doing in life? Is YouTube my full-time thing? What do I do on a daily basis? What is my qualification, etc. I mean, this one guy asked a lot of questions. I mean, biodata banaoge kya? But anyways, I'm gonna answer the question. I actually answered it in my previous Q&A, but let me answer it again. So as of now, I finished my engineering a couple of months back. So I am an engineer now. I have a BE in computer engineering, and I did pass with very solid grades. You can see that. So yeah, I'm an engineer now, but as of now, I am trying to pursue YouTube full time. So I decided to take a year off, and I'm trying to figure out if YouTube can actually turn into something. I know it's not growing a lot right now, but then I just want to give it one shot and see if it works out or not. So maybe eventually I might not do YouTube if it's not working out, but as of now, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna make as many videos as I can and see if it takes me anywhere. So as of now, yes, I'm a full-time YouTuber. I am an engineer, and YouTube is what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. Moving on to some other questions. So Vishnu is asking Galaxy M30, A30 or A50. Which is the most value for money phone, and which one should I go for? So personally, I have not used the Galaxy A30, and I've just started using the M30. But as of now, as you can see, I'm using the A50. And I think if your budget permits and if you want a Samsung phone, this is the best one that you can buy. It performs very good at gaming. The cameras are also not that bad. and you've got things like the AMOLED display, the in-display fingerprint sensor. So all in all, it's a surprisingly good phone for Samsung under 20,000 rupees. So my pick would be the Galaxy A50 if your budget permits. Vikas is asking how much extra does Mi Home cost for any phone, and is there any extra cost for buying the phone from Mi Home? So basically, because there is no extra cost from buying a phone from Mi Home, the price that you get on Flipkart or Mi.com, that's the same price that you will get in the Mi Home store. In fact, I would recommend you that if you have a Mi Home store nearby, you can go and buy the phone from there and skip all of the flash sales. They don't charge anything extra. Charging extra money in a Mi Home store, I don't think it's allowed. I don't think it's legal. So even in a Mi Home store, you have to pay the same price that you pay online. They cannot charge you extra money. Sanjay is asking, is Redmi Note 7 Pro worth 2000 rupees more than the Redmi Note 7? I think it's totally worth it because you get the Snapdragon 675, and I think the camera setup is also better on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. I will be doing the camera comparison between the Note 7 and the Note 7 Pro, so stay tuned for that. But personally, I think the Redmi Note 7 Pro would make more sense as compared to the Redmi Note 7 if your budget is permitting you that. Next up, Himanshu is asking, I think your growth is very low as compared to other creators, even though your quality of videos is far ahead of them. Don't you think this may be because you make videos in English? So this has always been a debate that's been going on in my head whether I should switch completely to Hindi or not. As most of you guys would know, I do have a Hindi channel, and personally I don't feel like shifting to Hindi on the main channel. I know it's gonna get me a lot of more subscribers, but then the thing is, my USP is that I make videos in English. A lot of people are now making videos in Hindi. There is way too much content there, but then now there are a lot of less people that are making videos in English. So I think my videos can help a lot of people that don't speak Hindi and speak English, plus you can get some international viewers as well. So that's why I made a separate Hindi channel, but I'm putting a poll here. You guys please let me know if you guys would want me to switch to Hindi. If the majority votes for that, then maybe I can consider. But as of now, I feel that I'm more comfortable with English videos and making Hindi videos on the separate channel. So definitely let me know your thoughts in the poll. 7. Datta is asking, first of all, you're doing a great job. Well, thank you. And his question is, actually, I don't think that under display fingerprint scanner is not that good in terms of daily usage like A50s. What's your thought on this? So I've used the in-display fingerprint sensor on a couple of phones like the Vivo Nex, the OnePlus 60, then I had the Oppo K1, and now I have the Galaxy A50. So I actually don't mind the in-display fingerprint sensor, but I only have one condition for that. So basically, if your face unlock is fast enough, then I don't mind having a slow in-display fingerprint sensor. So the thing with Vivo Nex was that phone did not have face unlock, it only had the in-display fingerprint sensor. So every time I had to wait like 2 seconds until the sensor recognizes it and then unlocks. So that was a slow process, and I would rather prefer a hardware sensor as compared to the in-display fingerprint sensor. But then when we talk about phones like the Oppo K1 and the OnePlus 60, the face unlock feature is so fast that you don't have to use the fingerprint sensor a lot in the first place. So every once in a while when you're using the fingerprint sensor, it's okay to wait for a second or two. And if you talk about the Galaxy A50, here the face unlock is not as good as the Oppo K1, but then still it works, and I personally don't mind the in-display fingerprint sensor as long as the face unlock is good. So that's what my thought is about the in-display fingerprint sensor, but I would love to know what you guys think about that. Vinu is asking, should I buy Note 7 Pro or wait for the Max Pro M3? See, this is the thing. If you need a phone right now, just go and buy the Note 7 Pro. Because if you're gonna wait, you'll always end up waiting. Now, once the Max Pro M3 comes out, you might think that I should wait for the Redmi Note 8 Pro, which Xiaomi might launch in the next 6 months. So this is a never-ending circle. Just buy the phone when you need it. Just buy the best phone in your budget when you have to buy one. Don't keep waiting for phones again and again, because you will never end up buying a phone for yourself. Gamer Gone Psychic is asking, what did you study? I've already answered that. And how you got into the tech field. So I've actually answered this in my previous Q&A, where I was buying a phone for myself after my 10th grade. So I was buying the Sony Xperia S, and I was watching a lot of tech videos about it. So I realized that there is a whole industry built around tech products, and you can do these things and actually make a profession out of it. So that is what got me into YouTube, and it's just been going on since then. Manoj Kumar is asking, which phone do you use as your primary device? Well, honestly, I keep switching my phones a lot, so my primary SIM is in the phone that I'm testing. So it's in the Galaxy A50 as of now, but I do have my secondary phone which I have with myself all the time, and that is the OnePlus 6. I really love the OnePlus 6. I think it's one of the best phones of last year, and it's still holding strong. I'm not gonna personally upgrade to the OnePlus 7 as my primary phone. I might buy it for review, but then I'll get rid of it. So OnePlus 6 is my all-time phone that I'm using, and I'm gonna stick to it for now, at least for 2019. Ritesh is asking, any plans of covering used devices, like used ones which are still worth it in 2019? So I was considering a video about this. I have a couple of phones with me, like the OnePlus 5T as well as the OnePlus 6. Both of them are very competent phones till now. So maybe I might make a video on them, considering you can get them for a lot cheaper in the used market. I'm not promising anything right now, but I am working on it, and in the future you might see a video about that. Badminton Knowledge is asking which phone would you buy under 20,000 rupees? Asus Zenfone 5Z or the Poco F1. Priorities is camera with Gcam. So if you want to use Gcam, you cannot go with the Zenfone 5Z because the Gcam apps are not compatible with that phone. I tried it with the Oreo update, I'm trying out with the Pi update, and it's just not working. Poco F1 is a lot more compatible with Google camera, so just go with that. Sarabesh is asking, does screen bleeding spoil the LCD over time? See, personally, I don't know if it spoils the LCD over time. I don't think it does, but then if your phone has screen bleeding issue, just get it replaced. Don't stretch it out because you never know what can happen. I mean, it's a piece of tech, things can go wrong. So just replace it if your phone has a screen bleeding issue. Don't be lazy about it. Sarbojit is asking, does a higher clock speed CPU enhance the gaming experience more, like the Snapdragon 675 with less graphics and powerful GPU, or the lesser clocked CPU with more GPU enhances the gameplay more? See, honestly, it's very dicey. Ideally, it should depend on the GPU performance. So if you have a strong GPU and a slightly weak GPU, it's fine. I mean, if you're going to play with the i7 processor and a weak Nvidia GPU compared to the i5 processor and a strong Nvidia GPU, of course the i5 with the GPU is going to do well. But when it comes to the smartphone processors, there are a couple of things like optimization and things like that. Let me give you an example. We've got the Helio P70 on the Realme 3 that has got the same GPU as the Exynos 9610 on the Galaxy A50. But if you compare the PUBG performance, it's drastically different on both of those phones. So the thing with mobile processor is that you can't go a lot on the on-paper performance. It might give you a general idea, but you have to actually use the phone, you have to review, you have to watch videos about the gameplay, etc., to get an idea about how good the phone is at gaming. And that is why we are here for. So you cannot just judge things on paper, you have to see the real world usage, and only then you can take a call, especially in terms of smartphone processors. And finally, Indranath Roy is asking which one's better, Poco F1 or the Galaxy A50. Well, honestly, both of them are actually very good phones. I'm still surprised how Samsung got such a nice phone for less than 20,000 rupees. But if I have to be honest, the Poco F1 is kind of better than the Galaxy A50. The gaming experience is slightly better. The cameras are better because you've got Google camera with night sight. But then the Galaxy A50 has a lot of positives as well. You've got an AMOLED display which actually is much better than the one on the Poco F1. I honestly don't like the display on the Poco F1, whereas the Galaxy A50, I really love the AMOLED display on this phone. You've got the in-display fingerprint sensor, you've got the dewdrop notch, so you have to take the call. If you are okay with slightly worse camera performance, the Galaxy A50 is also not a bad phone. But then if you just want the best bang for the buck phone for your money, it's got to be the Poco F1. But Samsung is really catching up now. So yeah, that's it. Those were all of the questions that I had for this Q&A. I'm sorry if this video was too long, but then I wanted to take as many questions as I could. And I'm gonna make this video every once in a while. So I'm planning to make this into a monthly series. And like I said, I will be taking questions from my Twitter, Instagram, and from my YouTube community page. So if you guys are not following me on Twitter and Instagram, please go and follow me there, because I really do have a lot of less following there. So it would be great if you guys can go and follow me on Twitter as well as on Instagram. I hope you guys are excited with the channel update. A lot more exciting reviews are coming your way very soon, and all of those would now be high quality with this new camera. I'm really happy with the upgrade, and if you want a dedicated video about that, do let me know. I'm planning to make a video about my A6400. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you guys have any more suggestions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will be back in the notifications very soon. Peace.